than enough, period. This is Lunchtime Connection, stronger than the storm. Today's guest is Irene. Welcome, Irene.
Hello, Alicia. So nice to be here. I'm so excited to have a conversation with you.
I'm excited also. Irene, I want you to reintroduce yourself and share your story with us.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. I'm so honored. First of all, so honored to be here. Always honored when people share their platforms so generously with all of us because I think each individual story matters. So from the bottom of my heart, I am grateful for you letting me share my story. Well, my name is Erin Vagsburg, and my story started all the way in former Soviet Union. Well, I was born in Belarus. I came to this beautiful country that I call home for 47 years.
Wow.
Uh, at age 12, I started in Providence, Rhode Island, the smallest state in the Union. And then I ended up in one of the biggest states in the Union is Los Angeles. But the journey started there. That's
Mhm.
where I grew up. The first, 6, 7 years. That's when I went to high school. That's the dreams, the goals that I wanted for myself, even though I didn't understand what any of that means. I just saw a vision. And my father said to us, "Look, I brought you to this country, the land of opportunities. Go knock on those doors. Is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. But
Mm.
is it possible? Absolutely yes." And my father was brilliant. I mean, he barely graduated ninth grade, but you can talk to him about worldwide issues and he will give it to you. And my joke was always if he was born in this country, he could possibly be the president. And he
Mm.
was loved and he installed incredible things in us: ethics, work ethics, kindness, community, doing things because it's the right thing to do, not because you are waiting for applause. So that was kind of our core, belief. Community is everything. And knew that I was going to be a hairdresser at 11 years old. I am really incredibly blessed.
Mm.
I have never worked a day in my life. I got paid really well for my hobby. And that's the beauty of it. You have to do what you love, but not everybody is so lucky to
Right.
really know what they want. Like that was a gift from God. It's not my gift, it's God's gift. And I really love it. And but almost it didn't happen because of bullying, because of people making fun of me, because of just, you know, when you're different, sometimes you're not accepted. And
Yes.
that struggle was real. I remember kids are making fun of me. And as I was going through the beauty school, like I went through a vocational program because my parents could not afford to pay for anything. I had to find my own way. Um, and in school is great, but in real world is really different. So I knew that I wanted to do this in Los Angeles. Josiah Bear was my hero. You know who he is. You're
I
my
remember him
age. He
with
was
the
like hat.
did like a cowboy hat, right?
Yes, yes, and he
Yes.
used to say, "Oh, girl, you're fabulous. You don't need to lose weight. Just get a haircut." And he was the idol, right? This is who I looked up to. Just his charisma, and he sounded like me. Like he did
Mhm.
have that little bit of that accent, so that's who I could relate to. So my goal was to work for him, to be there, like to be like him. And it's great, what he was at that time was amazing. But sometimes you dream of something and the reality is very different. So
Mhm.
my message is always celebrate the journey because but when you get to the end result, that might not be what you wish for. That actually happened to me as well. Um,
Mm.
I came to Los Angeles. I knew that I wanted to be a hairdresser. I knew that I had to learn, um, because at this program they didn't teach too much. It's basic, so I really did a deep dive in education. I wanted to be the best. While doing that, wanting to be the best at what I do, I had to take some business courses. And I knew that skill is important, but also understanding how to run a business. The
Mhm.
passion is there, and a lot of hairdressers they want to do the art, right? The design, but running a business is a completely, excuse me, different beast. So I took a class. It's like a 6 week boot camp by Michael Cohn. He was the top. Now we can call him, life coach, not business coach, right? He was with Fortune 500, and he did this specific thing for hairdressers. While I was sitting there taking notes, I realized that I have to speak to people. That I have to talk. Like I have to build relationships.
You have to
And
network.
I have to network, and this fear came over me. Like I'm sweating, my palms are going. I'm like, oh my God, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to cut here. What do you mean I have to talk to people? And so I
Uh-huh.
came up to him and I said, listen, I think this is not gonna work for me. I said, the PTSD from childhood came about, the teasing, the bullying, feeling not good enough. Oh, sorry. That inner child hasn't been healed yet. And I had this fear that what am I doing? Nobody's going to sit in my chair. Like, who's going to? And I heard that through the process of building my business, adults as cruel can be as children. And he said, come closer. He said, listen to me. You're going to be amazing. You're in the right place.
Mm.
He said, your accent is going to be your golden ticket. People are going to remember you
Mhm.
by that. You're going to stand out among all the same sounding people. You're going to do some incredible things. He's like, go sit down, like basically go sit down. And his thing was, fake it until you make it. I said, I can't fake my accent. And
Mhm.
he said, then use it. And so that really is like, really like made it such a big difference. But people always say, well, what if he didn't tell you? You would still do it? I said, yes, it would be much harder because I would have to really fight that negativity in my head. But the dream, the goal, the purpose, the mission to own my own salon, to do hair, to make people feel beautiful from outside in, even though it's inside out. But sometimes when you blow dry your hair, that this is how I looked at it. I'm going to make people happy by making them feel beautiful, right? This is one time
Yes.
in an hour they come in and they blow dry the hair. That sounds scary. I didn't understand any of that. I just knew the action what I wanted to take. So yeah, to make a long story short, I did it. I thrived. I went and got the job at this beautiful salon. They hired me. My dream was to work for this person, for this company, amazing. And what I realized within 5 minutes, it's not for me. The
Mm.
glamour, the glitz, the Hollywood felt so empty in my soul. I said, I cannot see, and I haven't even started my journey yet. I was like, I just couldn't see myself doing this as a community because here I wanted to give this gift to women and men that struggle, that like sad, they maybe can't afford that haircut. I wanted to have that space for them to come in and just say, whatever you can afford, you give me. Couldn't see that there. And I said, thank you so much. And they were opening this gorgeous salon on Rodeo Drive. And, they wanted me to work there. And I'm like, oh my God, nope. not for me. And I found a place where I can do all of that. Cut hair for books, for canned food, for, what is the other one called? Like all kinds of nonprofit organization. We collected blankets. There was a chiropractor that did toys for tots. So we did all of those things. So that's, I have a gift to make people feel better. And that's what I wanted to do. So didn't do that there. So, life goes on. I was already, married by the time, divorced. I became a single mother, 23, and life was complicated but beautiful. My first car accident happened at 23 years old. That's where I decided I was going to get a divorce. And that car accident completely changed my life. I literally was cut out of the car by jaws of life. I had life after
Mm,
death experience. I went through the tunnel. I saw the light. I felt like I was
mm.
in heaven, but I was
You
not.
saw the bright light?
Yes, I was not allowed to come in. I
Mm,
was I was guided to a room, a white room with a projector and a chair, and I saw myself miserable, unhappy. I knew that I had to get a divorce, that I could not go on any longer. And then I saw myself running through fields of flowers. And
mm,
the only thing I could think of is Jesus came into the room, and it was a very surreal experience because I'm Jewish, and I'm basically at the time I was like, I'm atheist, like I got religion and me doesn't mix, and that's a whole other podcast. And he said, honey, I mean, he didn't say honey, he said, you're not ready to go. You're not ready to stay. You need to go back. You need to teach. You need to learn. You need to guide people to the higher power. I'm like, me? Like, what are you
mhm,
talking about? Who am I? I said, sure, I can learn. No, no, no. He said, you're going to do this. So you need to go back and help your daughter grow. Like your mother's not going to be able to support her the way she needed. She was 9 months. Like, what in the world are you talking about? So I came back to hell and trauma and drama. But in the meantime, got divorced, continue working on my dream of building my business, wanting to own a salon. I got married and I got divorced. I had a miscarriage in between all of that. And
mm,
the dream was to have my own salon. Um, so I found a place. I wanted my own community, um, and it was time. I said to myself 40, but I did it at 33. Um, Opened a beautiful location, beautiful place. It was the most incredible experience of my life to see my father's name in lights. He has no boys, so imagine that big. So I can say big ass name. I can't explain any other way. Was in lights, and I paid $5,000. I didn't have that money, but I want my father to be, he was always proud of me. But to see that, it was right across CBS Studios, if you know Los Angeles. And it was such an incredible, beautiful, proud moment from where we came to his daughter owning a salon that speaks funny, that was bullied, they made fun of, that all of the things that could have taken me in a different route. I stayed focused, laser focused on creating this dream a reality. And look, was it easy? No. Did I sacrifice some things? Absolutely. Um, you know, um, Not being there for all the performance for my kids, not showing up for events for them, and but I wanted, yes, regrets maybe, but they, because of how I raised them independent and showing them that divorce or struggle, that anything that happens to you, you can get through it. I feel like I build resilient children, and I'm making it up as an adult. I show up for everything. So the journey wasn't easy, but I did it. It was successful. But at 37, another divorce came about, and my oldest child, the message from God that you need to help her came loudly at that moment. She was, you know, had some issues, and troubled, and I needed to help her and I need to support her. I need to make sure that I found the right care for her, and I needed to sell the salon to pay for some stuff. And it wasn't easy to lose that dream, but I was like, I'm going to rebuild it. It might be not a salon anymore. It might be a renting of a chair like I did before. It's still my space. It's still my grace. It's still my blessing. And I did that. I went back to Beverly Hills where I began building my business and rebuilt it and thrived in it. Again, as a single mother, living my dream as a girl lady that speaks funny, shining with my damn accent. And I'm intensifying that because if you're watching this and you're bilingual and you're afraid to speak and if you're afraid to shine, that is part of my journey to show you that you can do it too. And my accent fades, and sometimes I wish it was a little stronger because that's what made me who I am. That is part of
Mhm,
my being, and I
mhm,
honor it. Like I said before, that was a curse, but became a blessing. And as you know, um, Michael Cohen said, "May he rest in peace." He said, "You're going to stand out. They're going to remember you, and they're going to have to listen to you much more careful. They're going to pay attention." And it's true. So shine bright
mhm,
in your, you know, accent. And so, yeah, life was great until it wasn't again. I mean,
mhm.
grandchildren are blessings, but I wasn't ready to raise one. I became a grandma in a very young age, and had to step in and help my daughter to raise her daughter, and figured all that out, got her into a great space. I was about 42 years old, was about to celebrate my 43rd birthday when life took another turn. My first car accident was at 23 years old, and at that conversation God gave me assignment. He said, share this journey, this conversation,
Mhm,
learn and teach. It was given to you because we knew that you will understand the assignment, but I didn't understand the assignment. I stopped sharing. I stopped learning. I was saying things, but I wasn't taking action. Universe doesn't understand. It takes care of things. If you put it into the universe and you don't guide it will guide itself. And that's exactly what happened to me. And the 43rd birthday, I was on the way to celebrate my 43rd birthday, and I got into a terrible car accident. And it was exactly the same way, T-boned. Um, I was in the passenger. Thank goodness there was no jaws of life, but it was worse than jaws of life because the way it was hit and the way my body reacted was in a completely different way. Black bruises heal, but um, and I had no side effects from the first car accident. But this one gave me pain. It gave me stress. It gave me overwhelming feeling of loss. Um,
mhm,
Depression sank in because the pain was so intense that I was losing my business, the business that I rebuilt so many times. And
mhm,
being a single mother, the fear set in because in the past, when I had difficult moments, I still had a skill that I can create the income. That if my daughter needed therapy or I needed therapy, I can go and get it done. Here, everything was falling apart, mental, physical, emotional, financial. Doctors neglecting me, and doctors don't understand pain. I had to become my own advocate. I had to learn about invisible pain. Like, what in the world is that? Like, yeah, people used to say to me, "Oh, you look great. What do you mean you're in pain?" My body was on fire, couldn't feel my feet, um, you know, couldn't move. It was just everything was so painful and felt so lonely. All my circle of friends that I thought were friends were gone. Nobody was
mhm,
there to hold my hand. The betrayal from this car accident was one on top of the other, on top of the other. The friendships that said to me, I will be there for you, we're gone. So I sank very deep. And then in my depression of being in so much pain, after 3 years, my pain became so bad that the body couldn't handle it. That's what I was told. And I started shaking and spasming, that I could not move without going into these convulsions. And I had no stability. I felt even more broken. I felt prisoner of my body. I could take a breath and I was done for the day. And then I had to go to the emergency room, bag full of medicine, all kinds of procedure. Nothing was doing anything permanently, right? Or for a longer period of time. And then doctor said, thank you so much, Miss Waxberg. We cannot help you anymore. You get ready for a wheelchair. Let us know when you need your next epidural or prescription. Vicodin, Oxy, Norco. I mean, like a list of things that I can't even pronounce. And I was done. 8 years ago, I was done. I was like, I can't allow my daughter to take care of me. My second daughter, she lived with me. Dad was already married. And she's already been there for me. She already took care of me. She already saw my struggle. I sat in this chair, or different chair, but right here, and I said, God, I'm done. I was so angry with God. I was so disappointed in Him. I prayed for so long and no response. And for me to lose faith, it takes a lot because I am very optimistic person. Everything is always overflowing in abundance. But here, none of that work, none of that mindset work. You know, my clients used to come and say, Irene, it's just a moment. Giving up is not an option. This is what you're telling us. And look at you. Come blow dry my hair. I don't care how long it takes. We need you. Didn't. I mean, I went, but like, I was like, shut up with all of this cliches. You know, I was, go
You
ahead.
didn't want to listen to your own advice.
Yeah, it was, yeah, because it was such dire. I saw no light. I tried to imagine it, but it was so hard. But anyway, so that's it. Doctor said not no more. We're done with you, whatever. So I said, God, I'm done. I said, I can't do this anymore. I want to go. I can't allow my daughter to take care of me. I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. I'm done. I said, I need a miracle, but I don't even believe in it. And so I left it like this. I said, please take me away. I'm over it. And I had a bag of my meds, a bottle of alcohol. And I said, which one will help me go faster? And this message came to me consistently. Pray one more time. Pray for a miracle you don't believe in. I was like, I can't pray. I don't have it in me. But this verse continuously kept going. And I said, okay, I'm going to pray. So God leaves me alone and takes me. So I said, I want drug free, non invasive, no chemicals, no side effects. I said, I want to be affordable because I have 2 pennies to my name. And I said, if it's a business, I said, I want it to be affordable because I have 2 pennies to myself. And I said, God, you know how we do it behind my chair. There's a mission, purpose, and passion. It's a therapy. It's not just a haircut. I said, it has to have all of those elements, people first and everything else later. And I said, if you answer it, I will share it. I promise I will share not only what you the gift that you're going to give me to get my quality of life back, but I'm going to share that I didn't believe in you, but you still believe in me, that you got me when I didn't have you. And I released
Mm-hmm.
it. And what I've learned from this, that we have to pray with open heart and open mind, because the
Mm-hmm.
miracle appears really fast, but we don't recognize it. I was expecting a pill, a surgery, a procedure, and my miracle came in a pair of socks. 8 years ago, this gift came to me, wearable technology in a pair of socks that was woven into it. And I looked at this gift, and the woman that sent it to me said, are you crazy? I said no for 4 months. She sent it to me anyway. And my life changed. When I put this technology on, I stopped shaking. It came in the worst moment of my life because I was waiting for my 10th epidural. And I was ready. My case was closing, and I was taking my daughter to Amsterdam and Paris. It was her 16th birthday, 17th birthday, 18th birthday. It was like everything. Like it was a gift for her for being so kind and patient. And the struggle is real, and we're still dealing with the side effects of all of that. And so traveling to Europe, healthy, happy human being is not easy. That 12 hours journey. And I was like, I could not be in it just in case if I start shaking. I don't want the plane to stop. And, because, it's scary. People don't understand what's happening to you. And
Right. Mhm.
it's consistently has happened to me in stores and restaurants. And it's just a, hell show. And so all of that stopped. I took that product. I went to Europe, and I didn't share it for quite a bit of time because I didn't trust it. I didn't believe it, even though I saw results. And then I didn't know how I was going to do it because chronic pain community is already struggling, and we're so disappointed consistently. And I think the reason I said no as well is that I've learned how to live in uh, toxic happiness. I put that smile on my face while I was dying inside. I didn't want to be
Mhm.
another thing that can disappoint me. I felt like it would destroy me. And that's why I said no. But thank goodness my friend didn't take my advice and did it anyway. It's hard, right? It's hard when you're struggling and you're trying all these things and none of them are working. You feel like, why bother? That's how I felt. Why bother? But here we are,
and
8 years later.
then you get used to the pain, you
Yes.
know? And no one should be walking around being in pain.
Yeah, pain steals your joy, and it's definitely stole everything from me. And so now we upgraded 8 years later. We have this incredible little patches. We have 15 of them, and I think I have 8 of them right now. And I share it every day. I understood the assignment. I was not gonna do the same thing I did from the first car accident. Stop learning, stop sharing. I am loud and proud to tell you prayer works. Don't live in doubt of it. God answers you when you're ready. Like people say, well, you prayed for so long. Why this one? And I said, I think because I said I will share it with the world. It wasn't just about me. It was about the
Right.
community. It was about I will, I'm not that kind of person, but I was so tired living through that alone pretty much. No support, no community, nobody understood what I was going through. I became a little selfish. And I think this prayer wasn't just about me, it was about everything that I stand for, paying forward, community, inspiring, letting you know that you can do it. Yeah, and this is just the moment and you'll get through it. And I think that's what made the difference between all of those prayers. And I was like, I'm ready to do it. And I will do it. I will share it. So I think
But
that's
it's not our time. It's when
yeah,
it's God's time. We want
yeah.
it quick, but God knows exactly what He's doing.
Yeah, and I also believe I
Mhm.
had to learn some lessons through this
Yeah.
journey.
Hmm.
It became even less about the car accident, but what it showed me, the healing that I have to do, the strength that I had to find, the the learning of refilling my cup, and not putting me first, and not
Hmm.
inviting everybody into my orbit. That some people don't deserve to have my energy, and it's very hard for me to say
Hmm.
no. It's very hard for me to cut the umbilical cord. Like I'm like I am your friend till you die. And I had to learn that to be more wiser and more selective. And as I say, that just makes me feel yucky. But yes, people have to earn your trust. It's not just given. And I gave it to it, and then I tell them that like you have to keep it. But so all of those lessons, and I had to find my bigger voice. And I guess at the time I was ready, and it's 100%. God gave it to me. knowing that I can handle whatever comes my way, that I had
Hmm.
to go and learn. And it also went back to the first car accident. That's where that light came. God said you're going to guide people to their higher power. You're going to take them from the darkness to the light. But I had to experience that. I did that, but without actually understanding what pain was, understanding what depression was, because I'm so strong and I can see beyond whatever's happening because I had to. Not It's not by choice. That's my life. So I had to learn that and experience. I'm not saying that you have to experience everything on yourself. You can learn from other people's mistakes by or
Yes.
experience, but certain things you really have to really understand the core of it. And for me, when people say, "Oh, I'm so depressed," or I have no motivation," I'm like, "Oh yeah, great. You're just lazy." Excusing. No, no. Like it's debilitary. You can't move when you don't have hope and you feel like there's nothing for you to get up for.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's hard. It's tough. So I have to
Yeah.
apologize to some folks.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, so full circle. Here I am, living my best life. Just want to make it clear. This is just a tool that helps me live a quality of life. My own body optimizes it could optimize itself from this to be able to live their quality of life. It's just another tool. People say, "Oh, you healed." No, this doesn't heal anything. It's just a support system to allowing your own body do the magic that it needs to do. It's just another tool. There's no
Do you
drugs.
have the pad? The
Patch.
pads? How? Yeah, the patch. How can
Yeah, I want.
people get the patch?
Oh, 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 oh. So the way I do it, I don't share my link because I want to have that important conversation with you, because when you work with me, it's beyond the patch. I am your support system. There's no charge. I am here walking the path with you because I understand it, and it's a process that you have to go through. And I also created for the support system. It's really, so Instagram, Facebook, I'm everywhere. Um,
Oh.
I'm pretty much on every single app you can think of or platform. So yeah, I'd love to have a conversation and help you learn more about this incredible technology. But the message is bigger than this technology. Have faith, have hope, stay in that prayer. Don't take no from a doctor. We give too much credit to the man or the woman in a human in a white suit because we think they went to college, they know they don't know all of it. And if they do, it's hard for them to share because the system does not want to be healthy and happy. They want us to be sick. I mean, I was fighting to get an epidural. I was fighting to get that next MRI. For the past 8 years, it's consistently message. Oh, do you need this? Do you need, we haven't seen you. So it, be your own advocate, be your own advocate, and don't stop. There's something there for you, not just for me. A lot of great products. So keep searching. Listen, it's not easy. I just told you. I said no for 4 months to this magical technology because I didn't want to be disappointed. But that one last try, I have an incredible quality of life.
Mm. So, Irene, what would you tell your younger self?
Girl, you're a rock star.
I think I would
You
tell
did
her that too. I agree. Woo.
you know, it's like even when I give up, I still go for it. Like even in my darkest moment, I was like, I'm done. I'm not done. I know I'm done, but I'm gonna pray one more time. Rockstar. I mean, what else can we say? If you've been through something and you're smiling and you moved forward and maybe you're still crying, you are a rock star, right?
Yes.
The journey looks so different for everyone, and your journey matters, and share it passionately. And it's passionately every day, as many times a day as you want. And when people, I want to tell you this happened this morning. I did this video of being ready the other day, being ready. Like I'm not ready yet. Like I'm waiting for that beautiful, perfect moment to do this, and it never happens. And I said, it's never
Right.
happened. The time is now. You stop being a student, start being a teacher. And I got this beautiful message from this woman saw my video. I'm not even sure what country. It said, thank you so much. I so needed to hear because I'm constantly saying to myself, I'm not ready. And I posted her message. So you are ready. If you're hearing this, your website is perfect. And it's not perfect. I have nothing perfect. I can spell to save my life. I can't pronounce words. I create words. I do run on sentences, but I change lives. And you will do. And let me tell you this. Because I watch a lot of big coaches and a lot of different things. And my favorite one is Gary Vee. And he said that authentic self is what needs to be shown. That polished influencer, 99% of us cannot relate to it, right?
Mhm.
The real uncensored you is what the world needs. Not reading from the script, but speaking from your heart and soul, and you will change your life at the same time as somebody else's life. Every time I share my story or come talk about any subject, I become better. I release something from me. I become louder because I mean, for me, because English is not my second language, and I'm not even supposed to speak. I was told to shut up and sit down,
Right.
right? And I'm like loud and proud. And so many podcasts, cover magazines, awards. Like here I am. Take it as it is, and it's I'm here. I'm here, and I'm going to be here. And you should be
Right.
too with us.
Yes, and you know what? And that's why I do what I do because I love hearing everyone that comes on my platform story. It's therapeutic for me, it's inspiring, and I just love it, motivates me to do more. So thank
Yes,
you for
agree.
sharing your story. So let me ask you this. Who is Irene today? Today, who
I
is
am
she?
I am unstoppable woman that rise
Yes,
from the ashes, and I am shining bright. I've been through the
yes.
storm and now I'm dancing in it.
I see you. I see your videos, you dancing. And I always say, dance like no one's watching.
Yeah, sure do
Just
because
have
I have two
fun.
left feet. I have two left feet. I dance like no one's watching. Oh my god, yeah.
So how can people get in contact with you?
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Upscrolls, Lemon 8. I'm everywhere. Snapchat, Threads. I mean, pretty much everywhere. Facebook is probably the easiest because you can DM, but anywhere. My phone number is
Okay.
everywhere. Give me a call.
Send
WhatsApp.
it to me.
Yeah,
Send it to me, and I'm going to put it in the description.
thank
Your
you.
face, all please just send me all your handles, and
I
I'll put
will.
it in the description. So,
Thank you.
one last question. Okay, can you leave us with something positive?
Sure, of course. I have so many of them. So my favorite thing that I say pretty much when I finish all of this beautiful podcast interviews is that your difficult moment doesn't define you. It actually
Hmm.
gives you superpower. You're not buried. I felt very buried from that car accident, but actually you are planted. And just remember that diamonds are digged out of dirt and
Mm.
seeds plant into the dirt and then put more dirt on it and then it gets watered. So water yourself by letting go what no longer serves you, and you know what that is. Put yourself first, honor yourself first, refill your cup first, and make sure it's not half empty or half full. It's overflowing and you're blessed. So act like you're blessed. Walk in that. Every day you get up and say, I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to have that power. Everything you need is within yourself. We just have to go back to believing ourselves and trusting ourselves. You got this. I'm rooting for you. I see you.
Yes, and have gratitude.
Gratitude,
That's the most
absolutely.
important thing. Have gratitude. Well, Irene, thank you for coming on, sharing your story. You know, I love your energy.
Thank you.
And by the way, did you do your hair? Because I love the color. You know, I'm
Oh,
always
just
complimenting you.
thank you. It's just freshly done like 2 days ago, and it's so it's yeah, it's very bright. I love it. I've been a redhead for many years. In between, sometimes I go platinum blonde when I take when I go short hair. Okay, but I haven't done that in a while. But this is me. It represents the passion for life. And we all need a little bit red in our life. Put in red shirt,
Yes,
some light blue lipstick, and celebrate yourself.
I love it. I love it. Well, you still
Thank
got
you.
it, girl.
Thank you. I
Well,
appreciate you.
of course, I appreciate you. So, if you are looking for a sisterhood, a community, and you want to feel inspired and motivated, join the Royal Rooted and Rising group on Facebook. And also, please do all the YouTube stuff like, share, subscribe. And if you want to hear all these amazing stories, come back, subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to put Irene's information in the description box. Please follow her. And you know
Thank you.
what? She does her little dance videos, and let's dance together. Have a
Yes.
wonderful day, night, evening, afternoon. Irene, take care, and thank you again. Bye. Right back at you.